Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, I'll be installing my EGR block-off plate. But first things first, I gotta take care of this shift knob. If you watch my intro video, you know this was a problem. It's just one of these cheap little universal knobs. So what I did was I went online and I bought a shift knob from a first-gen Nissan Altima. Just a regular little shift knob, pretty good. The benefit to this is it threads directly onto this thread pitch, so I knew this from the last car I had, so first gen Altima shift knob will work for you. And here's another reason I don't like the universals. They really gunked up the threads with some kind of adhesive or tape trying to hold it in place. This shift knob here came out of a 1993 Nissan Altima, and you see it's pitched just the same. So once you get them on, they look pretty good. Now I don't have to worry about my shifter flying off. It does sound like my shifter bushings are toast. Save that for another video. So being that this is a new project, I didn't really know where to start. I just kind of started ordering small parts to begin with, but this was the first thing that came in. So I went ahead and said, well, I'll shoot the video for this guy first. Just a little block off plate from Torque Solutions. Got this off eBay. It was only like 12 bucks, but what this will do is help me block off the EGR and remove some emission stuff, which will help clean up the engine bay, get rid of some vacuum lines, and if I have any bad vacuum lines causing a leak, it'll help fix those problems too. It's not really a performance mod so much as it is more of an aesthetic thing, but a little something simple to do on a morning like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out. First thing I'm gonna do is take out the battery and the upper intercooler piping so I can have better access to the EGR valve. Alright, so deep down inside, here we go, that is the EGR valve, right there. So I'm going to remove these two bolts, pull the valve out, and then start tracing down these vacuum lines. Alright, so it's off. Let's take a look at it. Here's the EGR. Here is some kind of hack job. It had a sensor connected back here. I had one vacuum port here. I had to disconnect it to pull it out. That was this one. And it's got a few more lines on it. And then here's the charcoal canister exposed. So my car is a 1990, so the emissions, I think from 90 to 91 through 94 are a little bit different. Basically the same principles involved. And what I'm doing is I'm following the vacuum diagram guide from Taboo Speed Shop. Do a little overlay here so you can see what I'm talking about. Basically there's a whole bunch of vacuum lines going all over the place, and again, this is for emissions. Now removing this stuff is technically going to make your car not street legal. If you have emissions testings where you live, you probably want to skip doing this altogether, unless you got a hookup, you know what I'm saying? So this is what it looks like originally. There's all kinds of lines going everywhere, and this is the look I'm going for, with all the lines removed. Nice and clean, nice and simple, eliminates a lot of points of failure. So now that I've got the EGR off, I'm gonna put the plate, and then I'm gonna start pulling lines. I am gonna make note of where everything goes. I'll probably snap a couple of pictures just in case I have any kind of problems after I'm done. I might have to go back in and put some stuff back. I might make a mistake, so it's always a good idea to document what you're doing as you go. And there we go. That guy's in there. Nice and sealed off. Start pulling some vacuum lines. Checking these lines. This one goes to the fuel rail, and this one goes straight into the intake. So these two on the outside can go, and I'm just gonna loop these lines around because I don't want to remove these just yet. I'm looking underneath the hood, and it looks like they had some LED windshield sprayers here, but they're not even wired up right. It's hanging here, and then the plumbing for the sprayers is cut. I'm just gonna cut that jumble of wires out for now, and then I'll have to source another set of windshield sprayers in the future. Okay, so that's done. Let's take a look at everything I pulled out. Pretty good mess of stuff. So, again, not really performance improving, just kind of tidying up the engine bay and deleting other causes of failure. So I went and checked out my blow-off valve. I wanted to put the original 1G valve back on, but looking at this flange up close, there's no way that's gonna fit on there. So the car has no tuning in it right now to support a vented blow-off valve. Sounds great, but I wanted to recirculate it to kind of bring it back to stock, like I was saying, to make everything run right. It seems to be running okay right now with it like it is, but I know it's not really by design, so I wanted to put it back until, you know, I got an ECM link or something set up that I could support it. But for right now, I'm not going to be able to do it. This little piece does come off. Looks like maybe an adapter was able to be threaded into here so that you could recirculate, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to find anything that's going to fit in there. I don't even know where this came from. So we just have to call that for now. I gotta make a quick run to the parts store to get some vacuum caps and then reassemble everything, cap everything off on the throttle body, and it should be done. So last one's to cap on the intake was this bottom one. That went to the evap canister. That's on there good. Just got to connect this one for the blow-off valve and then this one for the valve cover. Well, there you have it. The first little mod is done. EGR block off plates in there. Got a whole bunch of emission lines and junk out of there. So clean up the engine bay a little bit. I can see next I want to get rid of that cruise control box. It's definitely in the way, and it sure was a hassle working with that and the intercooler piping at the same time. A lot of little things to do. I'm super excited, man. Like I said, I'm just going to keep going and checking things off the list, but wanted to get a quick video up for you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.